What is going on, everybody? It's Alex and
Jody here.
And we reached 1,000 subscribers.
Woo!
And we're about to get monetized. So we love you so much, guys. Thank you so much for all the support.
Thank you.
Especially for the young people, that the early adopters of this movement.
Yes.
We love you
guys.
so much. Smash that like button early in the video. Okay. So what are we going to talk about today?
So today in episode 9, we're going to be talking about degree or no degree.
Mm-hmm.
And before we get started, we want to let everybody know that there is no right answer. This is just us telling you guys our thoughts and coming from our own experience and also a little bit of research.
Talk closer to the mic.
Our perspectives about everything. So
Very good. What happened to your mic here?
I like it the other way.
Okay, fix it.
Thank you.
How are you? Did you fix it?
Yep.
Okay. So tell us, what did you find out?
So let's just dive right in, and we're going to show you some videos. We're going to actually show 2 videos, one about aspiring for a degree and then one without aspiring for a degree. So stick around all the way to the end so that way you get, especially if you're uncertain on which direction you want to go right now, this is going to help you with some advice and insight on your options and what you should really be thinking about.
Exactly. So,
All right, so why don't you start the video?
Okay, so you have to show them a video.
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's find it here. So this video is by, let me see here. This video is by State College, right? State College?
Harvard College.
Harvard is good. Harvard is good. Okay.
Hi, I'm Victor Ragsdale from Dallas, born and raised, and I really can't wait to go to college.
My name is Jasmine Calixto, and my passion is photography.
My name's Horace. When I graduate, I hope to go on to college and major in biochemistry and sociology.
I'm Kennedy Porter. I'm from Dallas, Texas. I am very passionate about arts and administration.
My name is Baldwin Hamilton, and I want to go to college to study business and play basketball.
There are 2 things that I'm most passionate about, and that's music and mathematics. I think college is the first time where we really get to question why we think in the way we think rather than questioning what it is that we think. Through college, I hope to broaden my understanding to get that deep knowledge of music and math.
I don't know what I want to pursue in college. I know I want to go to a liberal arts school because I know they give a wide variety of majors. And so I know when I do find out what I want to do, I'll have the option of taking it wherever I go.
From a young age, my dad instilled in me a need
That's a great
to be
video.
successful in life, whether it just be an at-home dad, a dad with a job, or a superstar athlete. College just seems like a stepping stone of success.
What we're really most excited is about getting out into the real world, but also being in a safe environment where we can go and make friends and learn from different people and be around different belief structures and people who are maybe from a different background from you, who grew up maybe possibly halfway around the world from you, and being able to learn and take from them.
Both my parents are physicians, so they've been through a lot of school. So from a young age, the expectation was that I would go on to college at least. College is kind of the difference between a job and a career.
As you approach the end of your high school years, you must decide what role education is going to play in shaping your life. You may be asking yourselves questions about college. Can I afford it? How exactly do I get a loan or scholarship? What should I study? How do I best prepare for the world of work?
Trying to find the balance between financial freedom in the future and pursuing a higher education. You never know whether you're going to be able to pay off the loans. I mean, everybody's heard of a starving artist. Even though you're taking on these burdens, you're also growing as a person and gaining wealth internally and mentally. And I think that's really, really important.
Going to college is one of the best decisions you will ever make.
I would be the first person in my family to graduate from college. I know that it was hard for both my mom and my dad to provide for me. Going to college would give me the best opportunity for just having a better life in general.
I think education gives us the opportunity to reach our full potential. And I think it should be every person's goal to reach their full potential. Not to be the best and the best at what you do, but to be the best you at what you are doing.
One of Harvard's most beloved coaches a man named Harry Parker, was described by one of his athletes as making people prove themselves to themselves. It's like he said, this is what you could be. Do you want to be that? For some, a coach holds up that mirror. For others, it may be a mentor, a coworker, a parent, a friend. But I want to leave you with this thought. For many people, that mirror is college, a mirror like no other, showing us what is possible, challenging us to raise our sights, asking us, do you want to be that?
Very nice.
Very nice.
Great community college, guys.
Whatever.
Okay, so tell us.
Why don't you tell us your perspectives on it first?
Well, I mean, doesn't get any better than Harvard. But depends on what you want to do. But that is great. That is a great video. And I mean, Harvard and all these great Ivy League colleges, they're great. But that doesn't mean you have to go to Harvard. You can go to a community college. You can go anywhere you can get your, hands around. Depends, For many people, college can be a way out. Like this lady was saying, she's going to be the first woman or whatever in her family to graduate, It can be your way out of poverty. It can be your way out of struggle. It can be your way out of an abusive family. But it's so much more than this. I am not a huge supporter of if you don't want to go, you don't have to go. But for sure, if you want to do something and your passion is there and you feel like going to college is the next best thing you can do, and that's the steps you have to follow to become who you want to be, that's definitely the way to go. So I agree 100%. If you want to do something that in your heart is there and going to college is what fulfills you, nobody can tell you otherwise.
Yeah, I agree.
So tell us.
So for me, I started off jumping into the dental field world, and I did that for about 9-10 years, and it paid well. It would be something that I can live, comfortable with, but I knew that I had jumped into that field really quickly, just obtaining my GED and then also having kids really young. It was just something that was there. So I deliberately went back to college because I knew that I had gifts and talents that could be useful elsewhere. And I knew that I wanted to I wanted to prosper to my fullest potential for not only me, but for my kids too, like financially finding a better provided career, and also just using those gifts and talents I felt like God put in me for something that I know I would be doing for the rest of my life. Like right now I'm in my 30s. I still have a good 30, 40 years before I retire. So it's like, I want to make sure that if I'm doing something, I want to love it, And I think that that's important to ask yourself before you go to college. Like, where do I see myself? And you don't really necessarily have to know the full picture on what you want to do. Just have a certain idea on the area you want to invest in, because look at me. I started in the dental field and now I'm going into the psychology field, and I didn't know that, I'm embracing my journey. But definitely if you know that whatever, like you want to be a doctor, you want to be a lawyer, you want to be something that requires a degree, then yes, college is the answer for you. Like something that that field is only going to obtain like you and you'll have the credentials for it. You have to go the college route. So I definitely think that you have to know where you want to be, or at least have a glimpse of an idea on where you want to be in the future. And then B, then there's no question. Like if college is the route, then that's the route. I don't think that college is the only route to success, and Alex will get more into that later. But for me and where I stood, a degree is definitely the route and where I foresee me going long term. Like I want to eventually get my doctoral degree, but still me about to graduate in May, I still don't know the specific area in psychology I want to be in. And that's okay. That's okay. Like, embrace your journey, embrace every step of the way. Take like a step, one faith at a time. Like, let your faith guide you into where your calling's going to be. And that's what I'm doing. And definitely I embrace going back to school. I think education has broadened my mind so much. Like that video said, you get to hear different insights from people from different backgrounds than you, from maybe different areas where they grew up than you. And also just it pushes you to reach your fullest potential. A lot of the stuff that I felt that I couldn't do, if you go back to our comfort zone episode, where I explain a lot of the stuff that I felt I was like incompetent to do, I ended up doing it, and it pushed me and it strengthened me in my education and also just in my perspective in life. But yeah, that's my rant about that.
That is great. I mean, look, here's the thing, and I rarely ever talk like this because you know what I think. But and I'll show you a video to equivalent to successful people that they haven't been through college, but they've done great things. Steve Jobs and all these guys that they never finished, they dropped out. But what made them see what's possible is exactly what you said. What made them realize, hey, you know, there is these things here going on. And I mean, if you want to get it done and succeed, you have to give your all and not focus on other classes. But college was the starting point for many people too. The fact that they dropped out doesn't mean that college was what broadened their mind, their horizon, you know?
Yeah, they decided it wasn't for them.
Yeah, but still, if they weren't in college, they wouldn't have never seen that.
That's so true too. Me as already a grown woman with kids, I still feel like I found myself in college, and I'm grown. Like, I feel like I'm pretty much set. Like, I'm a woman, and not saying that, you know, my peers weren't adults too, because they were, you know, but like I had kids already. I had already like planted some things in a different field and stuff, and I still, having went back to college, feel like I grew so much and I found myself so much.
That is 100% right. And you know, here's another thing, because my opinion changes about this a lot recently. It's not only about you know what is my issue? Because we're here to provide value, right? You guys in the US, because now I am a part of the US too, but like you guys think of college differently like than we do, you know? It's not embedded in the culture that you have to become, you know, like even in Greece, but in India and places like this, like you got to become an engineer or a doctor or a lawyer, you know? That's it. And do you want to become an artist? I'm sorry. You got to become a lawyer. There is this suppression of what you really going to do. If you go to college and you pursue your dream and you do what you want to do, that is amazing. My issue is when you go to college and you do what your parents want you to do or what your immediate circle wants you to do.
Yeah.
This is where my objection starts. Don't do things for other people, you know? And this is deeply, deeply embedded in countries like in Europe sometimes and like India as well. Like people want you to do what they want, like even your parents, they want you to do what they want to do, not what you want to do.
Yeah, that's so true.
You know?
There's this thing in psychology from Erik Erikson's student. He ended up like branching off. I think his name is like Macy or something. I forget. But there was 4 steps, like self identity, diffusion, foreclosure, and something else. Anyways, but there was a concept there that you don't explore. You just do what was handed down to you. You just foreclose on your parents' things that they want you to do. You don't give yourself that opportunity to really dive into anything else because you're just settling for what you just said, what they expect of you. And I think that's the scariest thing that you could do for yourself.
It's a sad life, man.
Yeah.
That's, you know, if I look at myself deeper and why I have this resistance towards college is for that, you know, honest to God. It's because people try to impose and like control your life through that. You know, oh, you gotta be a lawyer, you gotta even finishing college, like you gotta finish college because this and that. Never was something. If your heart tells you want to be an artist, and you want to be an artist, and you find a great art school like the one we saw in Harvard, go for it.
Right.
Like, but do what you want to do.
Yeah.
Nobody else has a say in that.
Yeah, absolutely. They're not going to be the ones that they're like half of their life. Like I
know.
just said, like I knew that I have a good, 30, 40 years to be working for my life. Like I need to enjoy it. You need to enjoy it. You, if you think about it, people land in a career and they're spending half of their life in there.
I know.
So it has to be something that they like.
And you know what's the worst of both worlds? Going to college, taking all this debt, doing all these things other people want you, and not doing what you want. It's the worst of both worlds. And most people live like that. They do what other people want them to do, and they take all this debt, and they don't even do what they want to do.
Yeah, that's a really good point.
You know?
And I'm glad that you brought up the debt part, because for me, it's like I am standing like I don't have money like that to be like going back to college and stuff like that. I had to take it into consideration. Like this is something that I'm going to have to sacrifice for. Like I'm going to have to pay this back, even if I struggle at first paying it back. But for me, it wasn't about that. It was more about, again, doing all that I can as a human being, as Janira Yvette Plaza Langos, and like just to strive. And the money wasn't even like, I know that it was worth it. It was worth it for me. And you have to ask yourself, is it worth it for you? Are you willing to sacrifice and pay that back because it's so important to you, and this is something that you're going to value for the rest of your life? You can't put money on that because it's something that you're going to be doing for the rest of your life. So you really have to ask yourself what Alex just said. Is it for you?
Yeah.
Because you're going to have to be paying it.
At the end of the day, this is what it comes down to. Nothing else. Yeah, like I said, like there is things that come with college, and I'll start telling my opinion now, but there's things that come with college that you cannot get them through a book. So for example, Steve Jobs, although he dropped out of college, he put himself in a situation, and the networks he built at the college phase, he took a calligraphy class and he dropped out the important classes, but he was fascinated by calligraphy and like beauty and like symmetry, and now all these beautiful fonts we have in Microsoft Windows and stuff, they're due to people like him. Like, you put yourself in that environment, it kind of forces you to grow and expand your brain. It's so much more than just tuition and curriculum. So this is great things can come from that.
Yeah.
Okay, now here I have a video about it says 50 self-made billionaires who succeeded without a university education. And let me see here. You're going to be surprised. There are some big names in this list. We'll cut it short. We won't make you suffer through the entire way through. But it's an interesting video here. You guys give it a go. And let's watch it.
The founder of Uber. Yan Kong, the co-founder of WhatsApp. Daniel Ek, the co-founder of Spotify. Muriel Siebert, the first woman to purchase a seat on the New York Stock Exchange. George Eastman, the founder of Kodak. Lee Byung-chul, the founder of Samsung. The Wright brothers, the inventors of the airplane. Hiroshi Yamauchi, the founder of Nintendo. Ingvar Kamprad, the founder of IKEA. Walt Disney, the founder of Disney. Thomas Edison, inventor of the light bulb and other great inventions. Larry Page, the co-founder of Google. Jack Dorsey, the co-founder of Twitter. Mark Zuckerberg, the co-founder of Facebook. Scott Fitzgerald, the legendary novelist who also wrote The Great Gatsby. Soichiro Honda, the founder of Honda Motor Company. Frederick Henry Royce, founder of Rolls-Royce. Milton Hershey, the founder of Hershey Chocolate. S. Truett Cathy, the founder of Chick-fil-A. Amadeo Peter Gianni, the founder of the Bank of America. Anna Wintour, editor-in-chief of Vogue and artistic director for Condé Nast. John Mackey, the founder of Whole Foods. Henry Ford, the founder of Ford Motor Company. Jerry Yang, the founder of Yahoo. Michael Dell, the founder of Dell Computers. Bill Gates, the founder of Microsoft. Steve Jobs, the co-founder of Apple. Maya Angelou, legendary poet and civil rights activist. Anthony Robbins, the world's most recognized motivational speaker.
I love the guy.
Ralph Lauren, iconic fashion designer. Gabrielle Coco Chanel, the French celebrated fashion designer. Dov Charney, the founder of American Apparel. Richard Branson, the founder of the Virgin Group. S.B. Fuller, the founder of Fuller Products, who at his time was the richest black man in the United States, who also mentored other recognized business leaders from Mary Kay Ash, the founder of Mary Kay Cosmetics, to John H. Johnson of Johnson Publishing. Jack Cohen, founder of Tesco. Madame C.J. Walker, the first self-made millionaire in America. James Cameron, epic movie producer whose works include Terminator, Aliens, Titanic, Avatar, and many more. Tyler Perry, producer who owns the largest production studio in the United States. Colonel Harlan David Sanders, KFC. Haim Saban, the media mogul and creator of Power Rangers.
Oh, no way.
Zhou Chunfei, entrepreneur and the richest woman in China. Folorunso Alaquija, the richest black woman and entrepreneur. DeWitt Wallace, the founder of
they have
Reader's
guys and
Digest.
girls too.
Matt Mullenweg, the founder of WordPress. Freddie Atcham, the founder of Rosemont Group. Azim Pramiji, the Indian billion-dollar business tycoon. Mark Burnett, TV producer and the creator of The Apprentice. To read the rest of the list, visit smartandrelentless.com.
Okay, so first of all, thank you to Smart and Relentless. We're gonna smash the like button for you, just like you guys should smash the like button for us.
Yeah.
And subscribe. Subscribe to him too. So, yeah, here is proof that you can make it without college. But now here is real advice. Advice that I would give to somebody if they honestly ask me if I think they should go to college or not. If you want to do something that has to do with computers, or if you want to do something, or if you want to have a car company, don't go to college. Like all these guys that they have Facebook, Yahoo, and Ford and Honda, and but if you want to do something specialized, I mean, you cannot perform brain surgery without a college degree. It depends what your passions are. You can do great things, especially in this country, regardless. Going to college or not going to college, resources are there. So don't limit yourself thinking that if you go to college, you know, you're going to get all this debt and you won't be able to like rise above it. Or don't think yourself if you don't, college is not even accessible for one reason or another, you cannot do great things. Both ways are valid. Both ways are possible. And I'm telling you, if it's snowing, no way.
Yep.
Both ways are valid. Both ways are valid. Both ways are possible. And get inspired. If you read people's stories, it's not their college degree or the lack of that got them through. It's their perseverance. Is them coming back, right?
Yeah.
What do you think about this video?
I loved it, and I loved all the different kind of people. Like you said, I loved that they incorporated successful women too, and yeah, definitely a lot of inventors too I see in there. And it's amazing because that just goes to show college doesn't signify that you're so smart and you're a big shot, because you don't need a degree to tell you that. You can show that in different ways. That's a pure example right there. There's been many people who's done amazing things, amazing, outstanding, creative, like even college people wouldn't have even thought of without college degrees. So it's definitely something that you have to be really intentional with which direction you want to go in life. But the degree doesn't prove anything. What you do in life does.
Yeah, and what you know as well. I mean, like real market situations. Because here is another true fact, right? Many people and many kids that they come out of college, they don't know how to do nothing. They have no real life experience. All they have is just book smarts. Get some real life experience as well. If you go to college, get an internship somewhere that you can get so much value out of. And use whatever you have in your disposal. Anywhere you can get value from, use it. Don't pretend like, oh, you know, I'm just in college and somebody has to come and open my brain and just dump a load of information in there. And now, you know, don't expect anything from anybody, you know.
Yeah.
And You know, here is another last thing, and you can tell me what you think. Don't read just what everybody reads either way. If you are in college or you're not, if you read what the masses read, you'll get the results the masses get. Go deeper. Something interests you, go deeper. Find out more about that person, about that science, about that system. Right?
Yeah. And also never stop learning. Like even if college has shown me anything, is to always try to learn something new. Even when you feel like you've learned it, relearn it, and also learn what's new that contributed to that concept. Because there's always things that's adding to different terms, different areas in each and every field that's out there right now. Like I swear there's a terminology for everything in every field and a bunch of it. So just never stop learning and diving into new information deliberately.
And the last thing I want to say, like for every one person on this list, there is 1,000 artists with degrees that they've done great things. The only reason these guys and gals make it in this list is because of their degree. That is not there to take away from the people that they've done this the right, not the right way, but the most common way, and they've got a degree and now they're a CEO. For some reason, these people that they've gotten a degree and they are the CEO because they are the example. They don't make lists like this. But that doesn't mean that you should believe that great things happen only from the innovators that they dumped college. Great things happen every day.
Yeah.
By people with degrees or without degrees.
Exactly. It doesn't define you. What you do defines you.
So what else would you like to say? Anything else?
For me, that's it.
Okie dokie, guys. Thank you so much for watching. We love you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you for the 1,000 subscribers.
Yes.
We really appreciate you. And we'll add a couple of ads on the next video because we'll be monetized. So please watch these ads as well. We love you guys so much. Thank you for watching. And she's rusty. She's rusty.
Like and subscribe and alert yourself.
Click the bell and stuff. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, and then we'll see you on the next one.